Alright, so the kits for Greef Karga and Cara Dune just dropped, so we're going to be taking a look through them. First impressions right now is that Greef Karga is a great addition to the bounty hunter teams. He's bringing lots of buffs, lots of heal and all that good stuff that makes them even more sustainable than they already are. So if you're one of the person that has invested in a gear 13 boss with high relic, you're in luck. Cara Dune on the other hand, right now she looks quite underwhelming. It's nothing too special. In my opinion, she just seems like a better version of Scary Variable Pathfinder. But who knows, she may be missing something. Maybe she has good stats. We kind of need to test it first to know, but first impressions of mine is that she's underwhelming and that I think we need a Mandalorian for her to have her full potential. Alright, so starting off first, we have Greef Karga. So we quickly went through this on the other video I made when they were first announced. So they have a little bit synergy with, or a lot of synergy with Bounty Hunters and the Mandalorian. We still don't know anything about the Mandalorian yet, but they say that they will bring him a later date, so we don't exactly know when he will arrive, but hopefully it will be soon, as it looks like he should be on this team to make it work even better. So alright, it's Greef Karga. He has the light side alignment, support, leader, bounty hunter and scoundrel. Alright, so first ability, dual shots. Deal physical damage to target enemy twice and inflict daze for 2 turns. All allies with payout active recover 5% health and protection. So right off now he has already heal and protection recover on his basic, and it's just amazing if you can pair together with Bosk's lead. We still have to test it, but I think it could be quite good getting that little bit extra recovery, and also has daze on his basic that you could maybe use to shut down like a CLS team or something that has a lot to counter, maybe even resistance. Alright, so special 1, bring them in cold. So as you can see, it has a 6 cooldown, so it's quite high, but it's quite a good ability. But this isn't one that you'll be spamming a lot during the match, but once you get to it, it will do a lot for the team. So this has a Zeta. So dispel all buffs on target enemy which can't be invaded. Then call all other bounty hunters ally to assist. Allies with payout active deal 30% more damage. And if the enemy is defeated by this ability, bounty hunter allies gain offense up, defense penetration up, critical chance up, critical damage up, and health seal up for 3 turns. So as you can see, the 6 turn cooldown is definitely what needs to be here, because this is just such a powerful ability. So you first off, you dispel all buffs on the target enemy, and it can't be invaded. Then you call all bounty hunters out to assist, and if you manage to activate the payout, they will deal even more damage. And if they manage to defeat an enemy, they will just get so many buffs, so many offensive buffs, and just making them so much better. Like, take for instance Boba Fett or Jango Fett, that's already high damage dealer with their specials, and then you add this, you will just get some insane amount of damage, I think. Alright, so special 2, sweeten the deal. This also has high cooldown with a cooldown of 5 turns. So it's also a Zeta. Dispel all debuffs on bounty hunter allies. All bounty hunter allies gain retribution for 2 turns and recover 25% health and protection, double if they have the payouts activated. Allies with payout active gain tenacity up for 2 turns and 50% turn meter. So here just even more massive supportive buffs here. You know, you have 25% health and protection recover, and double if they have payout. Like, imagine a Relic 7 Bosk, you're almost taken out, then suddenly Greef Karga comes along and just brings him back up to 50%. Just so annoying. And that they will also get 50% turn meter, so they can just start wailing at you with attacks again. So, his leader ability. So, I'm not quite sold on this yet, but it looks decent enough, but I think maybe Bosk still might be the best option. So, final text. Ally bounty hunters gain 30% max protection. Whenever an ally bounty hunter gains a buff, they recover 5% protection. Then Greef is in the leader slot and not the ally slot. The following contract is alive. So the contract is attack out of turn 20 times, and as we saw, he gives retribution on the sweetened deal, so you have some extra attacks out of turn there, and also the attacks out of turn you get from other bounty hunters. And only bounty hunters allies can contribute to the contract, of course. And the reward for this is all bounty hunter allies have their payouts activated and gain 20% critical chance and offense. So you have a little bit defensive with extra protection on the initial lead, and then when you finish the contract you get some extra offense. So I still think it's quite nice, but Boss with all his extra heal and defense and all that you get still might be better, but we still have to test it. So once we get to test a few teams, we might find out what's better for certain teams. Like certain matchups you want Bosk, others you want Greef, so we'll just have to see. So, unique 1, Boss of the Guild. Final text. At the start of the encounter, Greef gains stealth for 2 turns. Each time any bounty hunter earns the payout, ally bounty hunters cooldown are reduced by 1, and Greef also gains the following bonuses: 10% counter chance, critical avoidance, and max health. Alright, so like right at the beginning of the game, you're not going to be able to kill him. Not at all, because he's going to be under stealth. So you can't just send in something like Jedi Knight Raven and just nuke him on straight away. And also each time they earn a payout, cooldowns is reduced by 1. So it will definitely help Greef with his high cooldowns if you could get some cooldown reduction. And then Greef Karga's payout. Whenever Greef receives rewards from a contract, he also gains the following payout. And contracts are granted by certain bounty hunter leader abilities, just like the one we saw up here. So his payout. Greef dispels all debuffs on bounty hunter allies, and he recovers 100% health and protection. Greef gains stealth for 1 turn at the end of each of his turns, and whenever Greef becomes inflicted with debuff, his cooldowns are reduced by 1. So even more cooldown reduction to help him get the abilities on much faster again, and he also gets a nice recovery of health and protection right away. So right now Greef looks like he will be quite good for the bounty hunters, and that he will be almost needed for them, because he just brings so much to it. But we still have to see what the Mandalorian brings to the table, because right now we are just so many bounty hunter allies that we can make so many teams and so many things to experience with. So moving on, Cara Dune. So we also looked at her yesterday. She's a light side rebel scoundrel ally. She has synergy with rebel and scoundrels. No bounty hunter attack for her, but it's quite obvious that she doesn't have one, as she's a mercenary and not bounty hunter. So her name is Cara Dune, light side and all this. So first ability, Ballroom Brawler. Deal physical damage to target enemy. If there is a scoundrel ally in the leader slot, Cara Dune gains stealth until the end of her next turn. And if there is a rebel ally in the leader slot, Cara Dune loses stealth and gains taunt for 2 turns. So right here we can already see the differences it makes to be on a scoundrel team and one on the rebel team. On the scoundrel team you will gain stealth. I'm not quite sure why you would want to gain stealth when she's supposed to be the tank, but who knows, maybe she's missing some characters in to make her kit even better, that she gains extra bonuses for stealth. She has some of them, but she kind of needs even more to make stealth a viable option, especially since she's supposed to be a tank. The rebel makes even more sense than to have scoundrel ally, because she will gain taunt instead. So right off she will just gain taunt when she basic attacks, so she will just keep taunting as long as there's a rebel on the team. And also, I saw some question about this, is that with Stormtrooper Han, He's a scoundrel and a rebel. He's not the most used for the leader slot, but if you were to put him, they will kind of nullify each other out. Because you would first gain stealth because the scoundrel, and then she would go in taunt because the rebel. So in essence, she would just get taunt. That's it. Nothing else. So, special 1. Improvised strategy. With a cooldown of only 2. So this is one that you can use quite frequently. So, Cara Dune gains potency up for 1 turn, then deals physical damage to all enemies and remove 50% turn of their turn meter. Empire enemies are stunned for 1 turn. Alright, so potency up here is going to be quite important for her, because this is what's going to allow her to revive herself whenever she dies. So she kind of needs to have this. So you want to make sure that she always have it. She also removes 50% turn meter, which I think is quite nice. And she has also extra damage against Empire, or that rather she stuns them. But right now, as we know, Empire isn't really the meta right now, but if we start seeing some Mandalorian Empire characters make it into the game, maybe. But for right now, it doesn't make much difference with the Empire. So, unique 1, Infiltrator. So, final text. While stealthed, Cara Dune has 100% critical chance and 50% critical damage. So, as I said, she has a little bit of her own when she's stealthed, but I don't really see the point of having critical chance and damage when she's a tank, because she probably isn't going to deal out the most damage then, and you kind of would have wanted her to get some extra defense or health, but that kind of doesn't make sense when she's stealth. So I know it just feels weird having a tank that's supposed to go on a stealth. And when Cara Dune loses taunt, she gains stealth for 1 turn at the start of the next turn. So this doesn't make too much sense either, because as a tank you want her to take her hits, but I think we still are missing a little bit with the Mandalorian to come, so we still have to wait and see there. So, unique 2. This one is a Zeta ability. Cara Dune gains critical hit immunity for 2 turns and 100% turn meter whenever an Empire enemy is defeated. So you know, again, even more Empire anti-Empire synergy, but Empire really isn't in the meta right now. But she will still gain half the amount for non-Empire, so she will still get a little bit of bonus, but she's still aimed towards Empire, and until they become meta she won't get her true potential just yet. And if Cara Dune has potency up when she's defeated, as she would get here on her special, potency up for 1 turn, then she would revive with 50% of her max health and gain potency up for 1 turn. So in essence it's quite good actually that whenever she dies she would get potency up, so you kind of need to dispel it on her, or else she's just going to keep reviving. And that's kind of what makes her the same as the Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, because he would revive each time he has any positive effects, and he would get one from his basic, but he wouldn't get one when he died, but she gets it. So in essence he's just kind of a better Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. But for now I just kind of think she's a little bit underwhelming, but we'll have to see once we get to test her out and all that, if she's actually have a place in the game right now. Alright, so that is the new kits for Greef Karga and Cara Dune. You know, tell me what you think of them down in the comment section. Do you like them? Do you think they're OP, underwhelming, whatever? And also, they are set to arrive on the 22nd of April, so it should be in 1 to 2 days depending on the time zone you live in, so they're coming to the game real soon. So, before I end the video, I just want to talk about my alliance. I'm in the Republic Mandalore, that's part of the Republic Alliance. We are currently a family of 17 guilds, ranging from 150 million GP to 280 million GP. We are both hardcore guilds and we are casual guilds, and we are across all time zone, So we have whatever fit you would need, whether it's your time or if you want casual or hardcore. We also have an academy guild that can house lower GP players that doesn't quite make it up to what our guilds start at. So if you want to join us, please follow the link down in the description that will bring you to our Discord recruiting server. So come join the Republic today, this is the way. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe. Also follow me on twitch.tv/rubkle66 for my live stream, and on my Twitter @rubkle66 for updates when I post new videos and go live on Twitch. Thank you for watching and see you next time.